Hi guys, Tiana here, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be making a video on an idea that I have had since day one of the release of the new school, and I have really been looking forward to doing this as it involves my original characters. So I had this fun little idea to take the written exam inside of the Destiny Chambers of the Enchantraverse as my original characters and see which element they receive. Now, this is going to be really interesting because a lot of my characters do not actually fit the elements that we have inside of the game. There's only really a couple that fit. So I'm really intrigued to find out which element they would receive based off of their personality and choices in the exam. I do plan to make separate videos for each character that I do the written exam for, as it allows me to go into more detail on why they would pick a specific option. So if you'd like to suggest a character for me to do in the near future for a video, then feel free to drop a comment and let me know who. So I thought that since this is going to be the first video of my original idea, I would start out with Princess Delia, as she's the main character of my lore. Now, Delia here is actually one of the few characters of mine that actually does have an element inside of the game. She is the Princess of the Dark Fairies, but that's not to say that she's going to receive the dark element after taking the written exam as her. She might get something completely different depending on her own personal choices to this exam. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. Personally, I'd like to think that Delia would still get the dark element, but part of me thinks perhaps she won't, due to her, learning and growing as a person. So that might end up shifting Delia away from receiving the dark element, but I don't know, we'll have to see. And just before we start, to those who are unaware, this character of mine is on the darker side of the spectrum, so if you're someone who doesn't enjoy hearing about sensitive topics, then I recommend that you skip this specific video and go and watch another one on my channel. But with that being said, guys, we will go ahead and do the quiz as Princess Delia. So let's go ahead and click begin and we will receive question 1. So here we go. A couple weeks before school starts, you meet with your counsellor to discuss what classes and activities you are interested in. What are you most excited to tell them? So Delia's whole world is to do with music, and as you can see here, we have 2 music related options, so this kind of makes it difficult for me to pick. So we have make sure I have art or band classes, and then we have when are the choir and cheerleading auditions. Now, Delia loves singing more than anything in this world, so I don't see why she wouldn't go to a choir. But Delia is incredible when it comes to playing instruments. She can play a variety of different instruments, and therefore this option would also be perfect. So, first question, and I already can't decide. I think I'm gonna go with this one, because art can actually mean a variety of different things if you think about it, and I honestly don't think Delia would do cheerleading auditions, so I think we're going to go with this one. So question 2. It could be nerve-wracking to make friends. At lunch, you notice a student sitting alone. What do you do? So we have go sit with them and become their friend, call them over to sit with your friends, invite them to a party you are throwing in your dorm later, design an online friend-making app so no one eats alone again, and you don't have to personally bother with them. I think Delia would go and sit with them and become their friend, because she knows how it feels to be an outcast. But I also think she would go and sit with them and become their friend to make a good impression, because, as you may know, Delia in the past, she was a bit of a bully, she was a mean girl, and therefore if she didn't make a good impression before the new girl finds out what she had done in the past, then that's obviously going to put the new girl off her, and she's going to think, right, well, I'm going to avoid Delia then, after hearing all of these rumours and what she's done in the past. And Delia, she wouldn't want that. She would want the new girl to get to know who she is now, not who she was in the past. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. Pop quiz. Write an essay on the history of magic spells. What topic do you choose to write on? So first up, we have write about spells that help heal wounds and illnesses without pain. That could definitely be the one. We also have write about popularity, love, and beauty spells. That's actually another good one, I'm not gonna lie, both of these. Next is controlling weather, probably not. And then mind reading spells and mood altering spells. That could also be an option, but I don't think I'm going to pick it. But mood altering spells, Delia a lot of the time does feel very, very sad because of what she has to endure a lot. If she learned a mood altering spell, I guess she could make herself feel happy. So she could actually feel happiness instead of having to, you know, fake a smile all the time and fake that she's totally fine. Instead, she could actually feel it, you know. So that one probably could work, honestly, but I'm drawn to the top two. So we have, again, write about spells that help heal wounds and illnesses without pain. Now this one would be perfect. Now Delia absolutely hates pain. I mean, don't we all, honestly? But Delia is very intolerant of pain, and her being able to perform a spell that is going to heal her wounds is always going to come in handy for Delia, because her enemy, Blair, is always out to torture and inflict physical pain onto her. So after Blair has done torturing her, then she can use this spell to heal all the wounds that Blair had inflicted on her. So that would be a really good one. But I'm also drawn to this one as well, because beauty spells, well, Delia has kind of become very insecure about her appearance ever since Blair started torturing her, because it has left scars all over her face and body that she has to do her best to cover up with makeup. But if she studied a beauty spell, she could just completely remove all of the scars that Blair has marked onto her. I guess that could also apply to the first one, help heal wounds. So that might apply to the scars being able to vanish. So I think this one's definitely the one. Without a doubt, if she had the opportunity to study spells that help heal wounds and illnesses, she would do that 100%. Because that is going to benefit her. So, question 4. During the evening games half time, the cheerleaders are doing an amazing job pumping up the crowd. Then, suddenly, the Valkyrie mascot bumps into their pyramid and knocks the top girl off. As you see her roll onto the floor in pain, you, without a second thought, you pick her up and fly her to the nurse's office. Probably not Delia. I guess she might think that, oh, well, that's not really my problem. And I guess she would just be happy that for once it's not her being her, I guess, I don't know. Panic and freeze up, then feel relieved when you see others coming to her aid. Giggle under your breath at how funny it is that the mascot ruined the pyramid. Maybe snap a photo, then remember you should probably do something. That one could be the one, guys. And then lastly, cry as you're an empath who can feel the pain of others. You then walk over and offer to get her an ice pack. Okay, so I think Delia in the past, when she was a mean girl, 100% would laugh at that and would probably take a photo. Reformed Delia, I'm not so sure about that. Perhaps she would kind of find it funny and then she would feel bad for laughing afterwards. And if she did take a photo, maybe she would delete it later. There's still a chance she would laugh and still take a photo of that, I guess. But afterwards, then remember you should probably do something. Definitely sounds like Delia. So she would make a mistake and then kind of realise I shouldn't have done that. Especially when I'm trying to be a better person and learn from my mistakes, because some mistakes can come with huge consequences, as Delia found out by underestimating Blair and spreading rumours about her and bigging herself up, saying, I could take on Blair, she's probably weak. So yeah, this is definitely the one. Question 5. After passing a difficult test, you and your friends decide to celebrate by throwing a party in your dorm. Which responsibility do you take up to ensure the party goes well? Designing the party theme and aesthetic, enjoying the party, living in the present, making sure everyone is having a good time, choosing the entertainment or being the entertainment. That could definitely be the one, because I feel like she would definitely be the entertainment at a party, because she loves singing, she has a magnificent voice, and her singing live at a party would definitely make it so much better. And then lastly, we have making sure no one makes a mess during the party and playing lookout for teachers. Honestly, that probably wouldn't be her problem, so not that one. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. You stumble upon a secret in the castle. When you tell your friends, they start to bombard you about revealing the secret to them. You start a YouTube channel where you post videos so others can find the school's secrets easier. Make a deal with them in exchange for the secret. Yeah, that probably sounds like something Delia would do. I mean, if she's going to benefit from telling this secret, then explain that they will enjoy the secret more and feel more accomplished if they find it on their own. Guide them to the secret with hints so it becomes a fun adventure with friends. I think I'm going to go with the second one here, because like I said before, if somebody asked for the secret, she would be like, well, what's in it for me? Most likely. So I guess it really just depends who she's talking to. Then it would be this option. So yeah, we'll go with that one. 7. The school dance is happening soon. You squeal with delight at the thought because you get to help your friends with outfits, pictures, transportation, and dinner reservations. You can run for supreme royalty. Winning and sitting on a throne with all the attention on you is one of your daydreams. I think I already know which one I'm going to go for, but let's see. You can dance the night away. Being washed away in the music and spending time with best friends is one of your fave ways to spend the weekend. You are most interested in asking people about royal high secrets and finding a cozy, safe corner or running the music. I mean, Delia would definitely run the music at the school dance, for sure. But I think I'm more drawn to the second option here. You can run for supreme royalty. So in the past, when Delia was a mean girl, she was a bit of a narcissist, and she only really cared about herself, really. Everything was all about her, and she expected everybody to do things for her, to respect her, and treat her like a queen. So her winning supreme royalty would boost her ego, I guess, and make her look incredibly powerful. So that is definitely the one I'm gonna go with for question 7. Question 8. You're lying in your dorm bed, fast asleep, when suddenly you hear a noise coming from outside. You get up to explore the noise. I wasn't expecting this much excitement tonight, but I'm here for it. Go back to sleep. I have a lot to do in the morning, and nothing is interrupting my sleep schedule. Tiptoe to your roommate's bed, wake them up and have them comfort you, or get them to check out the noise because you're too scared. That is definitely the one. If Delia heard any suspicious noises outside of her dorm, she would instantly think that that was Blair coming to torture her. So she would probably go and wake up, if this was Delia, if this was reformed Delia, I think she would probably go and wake up Rose Angelica, because she would be frightened and think, oh my gosh, I just heard something, I think Blair is here, you know, and Rose Angelica would be like, oh my gosh, what? And she would be the one to go out and have a look for Delia, because, you know, she's incredibly kind like that, and she obviously would want Delia to be safe. And, you know, it would be the same outcome if we go back a little bit into the past where she was dating Aiden, because Aiden's whole purpose when dating Delia was just to protect her from Blair anytime she showed up to come and torture Delia. So instantly, if Delia heard a noise she would think it was Blair, like I said, she would straight away go and wake up Aiden and explain to him that she's heard a noise and she thinks that Blair is lurking about outside of the dorm, and Aiden would go and check out the noise from outside. And Aiden honestly doesn't fear Blair. Aiden is always willing to put up a fight to protect Delia because he loves Delia so much, more than anything in the world. And Delia can't defend herself from Blair, whereas Aiden has been training to fight for a lot of his life. Therefore, he stands more of a chance to be able to defend himself. And he's also very used to taking a beating because he always had to protect his younger sister from their abusive father growing up. And therefore, it was crucial that Aiden learnt how to fight and learnt how to defend himself and his sister, and that's why he kind of, you know, got into the fighting and whatnot. And yeah, his younger sister was far too weak to defend herself, and that's why Aiden had to step in for his sister. And then at one point in the story, unfortunately, Aiden's sister is taken away from him, and she was the most important thing to him, which leaves him so heartbroken and devastated. And therefore, when he meets Delia, he completely falls head over heels for her because Delia reminds him of his sister who is no longer with him. Yeah, so Delia is very similar to Aiden's younger sister because they're both dark fairies and they're both weak. They don't know how to defend themselves. They rely on protection, and Aiden just sees his sister in Delia. And Aiden being able to protect Delia as he did with his younger sister gives him a lot of closure, and that's why he just loves Delia so much and would do anything for Delia like he would with his sister. Therefore, I am going to pick this answer because Delia, yeah, she would be too scared to go and check out that noise thinking it was Blair, and yeah, she would have gone to get Aiden to do that. Question 9. The headmistress announces over the intercom that you will be crowned queen for the day and will get to rule the school. That's Mean Girl Delia's dream. I mean, when she was a mean girl, she would act as if she ruled the school, you know. But then having the headmistress announce that she will, like, rule the school for a day, then what would she do? Let's see. Do the opposite of what the headmistress normally does. A little chaos and fun never hurt anybody. That could be an option, I guess. Create a new decree where students volunteer at shelters and charities to help better the world. Complete the tasks the headmistress normally would so that everything on campus remains under control and she will be happy when she returns. Declare half a day. Rejoice, sleep, relax and chill for the rest of the day. Oh, and no homework. Since this would be like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to run the school for a day when the headmistress has gone away, I think Delia, regardless if it's Mean Girl Delia or Reformed Delia, I think she would want to make it a little interesting, and it might involve a little bit of chaos. I don't know. But I think I'm going to go with that one. You decide to audition for the school play and look at the list of roles to try for. Which do you choose? The main character, so I can have the most lines. The villain, because everyone knows they are the most fun to play. The set designer, so I can handpick the props and backgrounds. The best friend, because I want to be in the play, but not the centre of attention. So I'm torn between the top two here, so let me explain. So the main character, I mean, yeah, Delia is the main character of my lore, but that doesn't necessarily mean she would want to be the main character in a play. But I guess it depends. If the main character received the most songs to sing, then for sure she would want to play the main character because she loves to sing. And I feel like the villain could work. I feel like in the past when she was a mean girl, she would go for the villain. That one is so difficult. But okay, no. We'll think of it a different way. So imagine that the play has no singing in it then. That's what I'm going to imagine. And I also got to think, who would actually get the lead role as the main character? And I imagine that would probably go to Princess Mayana. She is all about performing arts and being up on that stage and performing. So I guess we're going to do the villain then for Delia. At least Mean Girl Delia would definitely play the role of the villain. So that's what we are going to pick. And we're going to see what element Delia gets now. She got fire! Wait, oh my god, she got fire! No, I was not expecting Delia to get fire. So Delia did not receive her element, guys. So dark is in 4th here, so she's 13% dark. And the highest being fire with 31%. And water and nature tied at 25%. That's really interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't say Delia relates to having a personality as a fairy with the fire element, but let's have a read of what it says here. Hello, Fire Fairy. Your charisma ignites bonds with almost anybody you meet. You are the spark which sets the world ablaze with excitement. You make a sensational leader, and you have a spellbinding way with words. You are a valiant and fantastic friend, raring and ready to defend them at any opportunity. Fierce as you are, people sure don't want to get on your bad side. Your words can singe like embers through even the toughest of skins. I can kind of see why she got fire now. So it says that Delia would make a sensational leader. Now, I do agree with that. With reformed Delia. However, past Delia as a mean girl, perhaps not. I just feel like she would want too much respect and she wouldn't respect anyone back. And let's be honest, if she never met Blair, she most likely would have stayed the mean girl that she became. And that is not a good thing. A lot of the reason why Delia became as mean as she was to protect herself, really. She was bullied and excluded because she wasn't like the other dark fairies. Dark fairies are labelled as strong and tough. And, you know, that wasn't Delia. She was timid and weak. So, to shield herself from being bullied, she decided that she was going to, quote-unquote, act more like how a dark fairy should act. So, she wouldn't be bullied anymore, and she could finally fit in. But to do this, she became incredibly mean and cold-hearted, and she would pick on anybody who was weak because it boosted her ego and made her look tough, scary, intimidating and powerful. And I just feel as if she would have stayed that way if she hadn't met Blair. It's still like almost a good thing that she did what she did involving Blair, because that was like her wake-up call, you know? You know, that was like a wake-up call to stop being mean and just to embrace who you are, and that the specific fairy you are doesn't define who you are. Reformed Delia, I think, would make a sensational leader, but Mean Girl Delia, if she did continue to go down that bad path, it only would have got worse until finally she would be crowned Queen of the Dark Fairies, and goodness knows what would go down with her being in charge. It also says that she is a valiant and fantastic friend. I also feel like Delia is a fantastic friend. I don't think I even need to say anything about Mean Girl Delia. Obviously, she was not a fantastic friend. She didn't exactly have any friends when she was a mean girl, because everyone just did their best to avoid her. And then it says, fierce as you are, people sure don't want to get on your bad side. That is true. I don't think you want to get on Delia's bad side at all. if you got on Mean Girl Delia's bad side, then she would do her best to make your life hell. I guess I can see why she got fired then, in a way. But yeah, I was wrong with my prediction. I definitely thought that she was gonna get dark. There we have it. Delia received the fire element, which is very interesting. And that was indeed a very, very fun video to create. So I really do hope you enjoyed it. I would absolutely love to make another one, but obviously I will be a different character next time, and I would love for your suggestions on who I should do next. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like because it really helps support my channel and I would really appreciate it. And if you are new to my channel, then welcome to the dark side. Remember to turn on your notifications so you know when a new video is out. I love you all so much and I will see you guys in the next video, and remember to stay unique. Bye guys.